Vasconcelos and Young put on 287-run opening stand. Northamptonshire and Warwickshire are separated by around 60 miles of M6 motorway, but just 10 points in Division 1 of the LV County Championship. Their neighbours in more ways than one, sitting in 6th and 7th position, heading into their round 6 clash at Edgbaston. The home side won the toss and chose to bowl, but Northamptonshire got off to the much better start. Vasconcelos and Young swiftly forged a strong partnership and cruised their way past 50 runs without much to trouble them. And they accelerated too. Both men started to find the boundary with ease. Warwickshire on the end of a bit of a blast from the Northamptonshire pair, who soon had 100 on the board, as Vasconcelos calmly pulled Hannon Derby for a single. Each man would finish the session with a 50 to his name, Young first, up to his with a tame single off the bowling of Briggs. And then Vasconcelos. He too required just one run as they carried their bats into the lunch break. The session, the visitors, the score 119 for none. The twin half-tons had bolstered an already supremely confident start with the bat, as both men continued to add to the ever-increasing total and frustrate the Bears. With 2 from Vasconcelos, the opening duo had put on 150 runs in this impressive opening partnership. It wasn't long before they were targeting 200 runs, but Vasconcelos had one thing on his mind and accelerated his way to it. Briggs lifted over the offside for 4, up to 100 from 140 balls. Vasconcelos was the man to take them to 200. 2 runs scooted along the turf into the offside. This opening partnership had really set their side up now. But he wasn't done there, climbing into each of the Bears' bowlers some freedom now from the opener to guide his side to the cusp of 250 runs. Young took them to that mark in some style, down the wicket to Briggs, and the spinner sent flying over the leg side ropes. That shot moved him to 99, the next took him to 100. Another fine knock by the Northamptonshire opener, who'd found a rich vein of form over recent weeks. The Bears were made to suffer a bit more before tea. Vasconcelos kept up his assault and found his way to a 150, scored off 183 balls. Just 43 more deliveries needed to get there after tunning up. The partnership still in full flow at the break, the score 287 for none. Warwickshire finally had their first wicket after the break, and it was the big one too. Vasconcelos out LBW to McAndrew for 156. Relief for the Bears. The smiles were fleeting for the hosts though. Gay ticked the score beyond 300, and it kept rising. Both men enjoying themselves as the day headed towards its close. The visitors well on top. Back-to-back boundaries from Emilio Gay, pivoting on the back foot, brought them a 50 partnership. But it would only get that far. After more than 5.5 hours of trying, they finally dismissed Will Young, strangled down the leg side for 134. Gay had played his way into some form and had fortune on his side too. 350 reached when an edge fell short of the slips and skipped between them. The score was up to 372 for 2 at the end of the day. Warwickshire left wondering if they'd made the right choice at the toss, with Northamptonshire running riot. They'll need to find something if they're to prevent the visitors putting on a massive total on day 2.